Team deathmatch. Make this quick and clean.
Hello everyone, my name's Vic Taylor and welcome to another Black Ops video. Today I'm going to be bringing you some team deathmatch on launch using a requested class loadout from one of my subscribers. The requested class loadout was the Galil, Grenade, Camera Spike, Lightweight, Sleight of Hand, Spy Plane, Napalm Strike and Sentry Gun. Everything that I didn't list there, like the tactical grenade, the attachment, etc., I could fill in myself from my own choices. The camera spike is the first thing that I'm going to touch on because the time that you saw me put it down there is the only time I use it in the entire game because I don't really like it, and I'm probably, to be honest, not going to use it ever again. Because as you can see, when anyone runs across the camera screen, whether they're friendly or enemy doesn't get displayed. They don't have a green or a red name above their head, and that makes it a little hard to figure out when an enemy is coming up behind you. As you can see, when I first put it down, if you rewind the video, a friendly ran across the screen, but because he didn't have a green name above his head, I automatically thought enemy and did a little double take until I thought, oh, he's a friend. Well, thank you, game, for giving me a heart attack. Don't mind me. So I do not like the camera spike, I really don't. And I don't know what that Claymore's doing there, I really don't. But it's a bit of a stupid place to put a Claymore if you're not going to camp in that corner, because there's no one up top, and the spawns have flipped, but let's go with it. The Galil. I haven't used it a great deal, and a lot of people think that it can be paired with the AK-74U and the FAMAS for being overpowered. I honestly don't think that is the case. It's a good gun, but I think that it is viewed as overpowered more because it is overused. And I'm not going to get into a huge debate about it because a lot of people have said that the 74U is merely overused. But my opinion on it is that if the Galil kills you 100 times in one day, then you're obviously going to think that it's stronger than it actually is because it's killing you a lot. And that's awesome, that's perfectly fine. I'm not faulting anyone for doing that because I do it myself. I'm just saying that that's my opinion and I don't think it's overpowered. I just think it's a little bit overused. It honestly looks like a light machine gun. It looks pretty hefty, but you don't actually need lightweight on it because it is a assault rifle. It's not a light machine gun, so it won't slow you down at all. A long shot for a camper. Yeah, and I excuse that knife. When I kill someone who, I've been in a pretty even battle with like that, I always go funny and do knives, but I put on the red dot sight because there's absolutely no recoil on this gun. I mean, you saw that there. There was very little recoil, and I killed the guy over long distance quite easily. You know how I love the red dot sight so much. I don't really think that takes away any of the recoil that much, so even without the red dot sight on, this gun is very good for medium to long range maps, such as launch, where you got the long lines of sight, and maps like array, and those kind of things. You know the long range maps. The next thing I want to move on to is the perks, Lightweight and Sleight of Hand. I touched on Lightweight, hadn't I, before I went off on a tangent and forgot what I was saying. But you don't actually need Lightweight, so I do think that having something like Ghost on, because I like Ghost, or fuck off Panic Knifer. Oh, it's just ruined my evening. But something like Ghost or Hardline, I think would do a lot more good, as it were, to your class than Lightweight, because with the Galil and the camera spike setup, I don't really think it's a flanking get in behind the enemy lines class, because a camera spike is something that you put down to watch your back, and if you're flanking around, then that doesn't really work, to be honest, because all the enemies will be coming from the front. So I do think that either Ghost or Hardline would be a better choice than Lightweight. Sleight of Hand, obviously, it's awesome, got no qualms with that, or the inclusion of the Frag grenade. And this is a very good spot, moving on to tactics for a second, to spawn trap the enemy on your own. If you're the only one up at this point, then you can very easily spawn trap the enemy at all 3 points by just staying back a bit. And I'm moving up here because I'm getting support from my friends, but I could spawn trap all 3 exits from their spawn and they couldn't get me until then, where I fail. But I think that's a very good spot. And I don't usually spawn trap, because even if I want to spawn trap, and I don't like when I am spawn trapped, so I don't really do it myself, but even if I want to do it and I have friends in the game, I always feel a little wrong just saying, oh, don't push up, we can spawn trap. I just feel bad for saying that, so I usually don't. But the gameplay is almost coming to an end, so I'll quickly touch on the Killstreaks. Spy plane, Napalm strike, they're awesome, they do a lot of good work. I don't actually get the Sentry gun in this gameplay because I'm not really being careful about, oh, you'll see some beautiful end play here, you'll see some beautiful, maybe. But I didn't get the Sentry gun in this game, and the Sentry gun, as I've said in previous video or on a comment of a previous video, I don't really like it because it's if you put it in a high traffic area, then it's cool, but if no one comes through near the Sentry gun, you're really stuffed. So, you know, it's a kind of luck draw, I guess, and I don't really like doing that. But thank you to anyone and everyone who has been watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to the person who made this request, and if you have a request of your own that you would like to see, a gun, a class, a map, a game mode, etc., please leave it in the comments, and I'll get right on it. Thank you.